What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. So good to have you here. So last night, I had the opportunity to watch Lilo and Stitch, the Disney live adaptation of the original animation movie Lilo and Stitch, directed by Dean Flesher Camp. And yeah, let's dive right into it. So before I dive into it, let me just say this that um, Lilo and Stitch, the original, is one of my favorite Disney movies. I loved it very much. It was funny. It had a lot of heart. It had a lot of emotion, and of course, uh, Lilo was just the cutest character, and obviously Stitch was a cute character too. So I love the animation, the OG, the original film. So I say that I think it's important that I preface my review by letting everybody know that I love the original. Um, Another thing is these live adaptations aren't necessary, right? Um, because it's very difficult to live up to the original um, animation movies even if you put out a good product, because there is something out already, it's going to immediately not hold its weight compared to the original, unless the original is just horrible. And then maybe a live adaptation will add some type of newness to it that makes you appreciate the property more than you did the original. But for the most part, especially with Disney, these original animation films are classics. And so it's really hard to not only meet the standard of the original, but meet the fans' expectations because some people grew up with these properties and they have a lot of emotion tied to them. So these things are tough, and the fact that Disney does them is crazy to me. But with that being said, I'm not one of these people that you know go running out with the pitchforks like, oh my God, they're making live adaptations and this is stupid and they must go. Because at the end of the day, with technology the way it is, some of these live adaptations have been good to me. Um, I enjoyed The Lion King. Jungle Book is one of my favorites of these live adaptations. And then you get a movie that's surprisingly done well. Now, like Aladdin. Now, Aladdin, just to be clear, that movie was up against Robin Williams, and Will Smith did the best he could. But that was surprisingly enjoyable because I didn't think it stood a chance. I was like, there's no way this movie is going to be any good compared to the original. But it was surprisingly good. Now, with that being said, Disney has had some live adaptations that weren't good. Um, and it showed in the box office and in reviews and so on and so forth. For example, this recent one, Snow White, I haven't seen it, but clearly people did not like this one. I didn't like the Little Mermaid live adaptation, but I say all that to say I I get why Disney's making them, but they don't need them. But if you put out good product, cool. And as I mentioned, Disney has had some good live adaptations, in my opinion. Now, where does Lilo and Stitch fall in that? I thought it was good. I thought it was good. So here's what I liked about it. The cast was awesome. What's her name? Who plays Lilo? Maya Kialoa. I'm sorry if I say your name wrong. She was fantastic. And the sister, Sydney Agudong, again, sorry if I'm saying your name wrong. The two of them together were great. I loved it. The supporting cast was fantastic. Listen, Zach Galifianakis and Billy Magnuson, the two of them together, freaking awesome. Zach plays the doctor, the mad scientist who makes Stitch, and Billy Magnuson, I'm sorry if I'm killing your names, plays Pleakley. I thought they were fantastic. So the cast that they put together for this was great, very enjoyable, and of course the animation, the CGI on Stitch was really good, and the voice actor did a great job on Stitch. Um, I thought it was a good. I thought it honored the original. There were some changes that I didn't think took away from the film. Um, However, not everything translates well from animation or cartoon to live adaptation, which is why they make these changes. Um, I don't think it necessarily took away from the film itself. Um, One change I liked was that you get to see Pleakley and the what is the doc? Let me get his name right. The scientist, Jumba Jokiba. You get to see them as the actors because they have this technology, so that they can clone human bodies instead of in the animation where they just try to dress in costume like human beings. Even though the animation that was funny, that added to the comedy of it, I liked the fact that they had these cloning technology because again, the two of them together were hilarious. Hilarious. I like that change. So it's stuff like that. There's some changes that are made I for the sake of it being a live adaptation that I enjoyed. Um what didn't I like? I thought the pacing was a little quick, and so because of that, that sacrificed some of the emotion that you got from the original um, movie. Oh, Courtney B. Vance was great in this. Amy Hill, who plays Tutu, it's freaking. I'm telling you, this cast was good. I'm sorry, I'm just going through the cast now and remembering this cast was really good. Uh, Hannah Weddingham, anyways, she does great. So, but some of the pacing, I think, sacrifice some of the emotion that you get in the OG. But that was my biggest complaint. Also, I'm not trying to spoil. There is one major change that I think hit harder in the original film versus in this live adaptation. So those are the things I didn't like. Pacing, and there was one change that kind of impacts the movie, in my opinion. But did it bother me to the point where I did not enjoy this film? No, not at all. Um, but it here's where I what I think about these live adaptations is, will it bring a new audience to this old IP? Will it be enjoyable for people who don't know, which would be hard, but don't know the original cartoon? And my answer to that would is yes. I think it does. I think it does a good enough job to where if I had kids and they never saw the original, I could bring them to this and they would enjoy it. And I'll tell you why. Because I was in a theater with a bunch of children actually sitting right next to him. And when I tell you, especially this one particular girl was having a blast, like she could not stop laughing. And that is what the original did. And so I'm looking at her like she's really having a good time. And there were other kids in there and they were just having a blast. So I see that and I go, yeah, no, I think that this is good enough to bring in a new audience. Will the older audience that loves the OG movie like this film? Who knows? Because some people hate the idea of live adaptations, so they go in mad, like, nope, I don't want to see this, and so those people, they won't enjoy it. But you know what? I don't think this is for you, right? I think if you go and want to see a good movie, uh, I think Lilo and Stitch did a good job, and I do think that um, a newer audience will be attracted to this film. So, what do I give this movie overall? On a scale of 1 to 5, 5 being Sorry, one being zone out, this is trash, skip it, and five being this is fantastic, it's a must see. I'm gonna give it a four. I really enjoyed this movie. I had fun. Like when I walked out of the theater, I remember thinking, wow, I really had a good time with this. The emotion is there. Like I said, the cast is so good. I'm telling you, whoever put this cast together, kudos to you. The acting is good. The CGI I appreciate it for these characters, especially the alien CGI. It was great. I mean, and then when you align it with the original cartoon, they did a really good job of putting this together. It's funny, um, and it pulls at your heartstrings and teaches you family and all those wonderful messages from the original animation. So I enjoyed it. It's a four for me for sure. It's worth seeing in theaters. I think new people who have never seen the cartoon will enjoy this. And I think that unless you're just one of those people who hate live adaptations, if you like the original, I think you'll like this. Now, again, am I saying this is better than the original? No way. No, I'm not. But it was good. It was a good movie. It was cute. I had fun. I enjoyed it. Yeah. So four for me. Um, Curious to hear your thoughts. If you saw it, what do you think of it? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor. If you like the content, don't forget to click that like button and subscribe. And hit that little alarm button as well so you can get alerted whenever I post new content. And also, do me a favor, share with other people who you think would like this content as well. We have a big goal of 1,000 subscribers we're trying to get to, and we need your help. Appreciate it. Till the next one. Peace.